This was supposed to be the Central Kentucky show. Georgetown College and Transylvania were the top 2 seeds in the NAIA's District 32 basketball tournament. But the way things go on the Kentucky hardwood, anything can happen. Campbellsville, who won the district crown in 1991, upset Georgetown on its home court, and Cumberland will have a chance to defend its district crown thanks to an impressive road win over the Pioneers. Now only 2 remain. Cumberland and Campbellsville squaring off for the District 32 title and a trip to the national tournament.
Tonight's NAIA District 32 championship game between Campbellsville and Cumberland is sponsored on WYMT by Cumberland College, Kentucky Lottery, and your NAIA colleges in eastern and southeastern Kentucky.
It may not be the NCAA tournament, but it is the big dance for small colleges here in Kentucky. Cumberland and Campbellsville battling for the NAIA District 32 championship and the right to represent this district in the NAIA's national tournament in Kansas City. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Baker to call the play-by-play for you tonight, and a man who's joining me is a man who's beaten both of these teams this year. Roland Wehrle, the head coach at Berea. You've rung up wins over Campbellsville and Cumberland this season.
Well, we were very fortunate, David. These are 2 excellent basketball teams, and we played very well to beat them. I'll tell you that much.
Not a shock that either one of these 2 teams are here, but Georgetown was the #1 seed, Trancey was the #2, and both of them are home tonight.
Well, in the 21 years I have been at Berea College, it's the first time that the 1 and 2 seeds are not playing in the final game.
You may not see quite the size that you see on the Division I level, but you are certainly going to see some skill levels equal to that at Division I tonight. In particular, a young man for Campbellsville and Benji Kelly.
Well, not only Benji for Campbellsville, but Brian Key for Cumberland. 2 premier players in our district, David. Benji can go out on the floor, hit the 3. He can put the ball on the floor if you come out after him before the 3-pointer, and he can put it on the floor and drive to the basket. He leads his team in rebound. He leads his team in free throw percentage. He's an offensive machine, as Luke Cunningham says. So he is a very, very nice basketball player.
Now, you talked about Brian Key. I guess if Cumberland's got a go-to guy, he's it.
Absolutely. He's another one. He leads his team in scoring. He leads his team in assists. He leads his team in rebounding, which is very unusual for a 6-foot guard. And he also is a very, very nice defensive player half court.
2 teams with very contrasting styles. It should be a great game tonight here at the beautiful O. Wayne Rollins Center on the campus of Cumberland College. Glad you joined us. We'll be back with the starting lineups and the opening tip-off right after this.
We're listening in on a sales meeting at Bruce Walters Ford.
We've all had customers come in and say, I can't buy a new car because I've had credit problems. Well, the finance department here at Bruce Walters Ford Sale cares. We'll sit down and discuss your customer's credit problems and not only arrange financing through Ford Motor Credit, but the local banks. Now, Ford Motor Credit also has alternative financing such as first-time buyer plan, the college graduate program, and a 2-year trade cycle called the plan.
Over 71% of all auto accidents are caused by reckless driving.
Hello, I'm Jonathan Stanley of Wilson & Stanley, attorneys at law. It's an unfortunate reality that you or someone close to you could be involved in an automobile accident sometime during your life. Should this happen to you, you have specific rights under the law, and Wilson & Stanley would like to help. We represent injured victims only, not companies. Your initial consultation is free. In fact, our fees are paid only when we win your claim and you collect.
If you've wondered why everybody's getting into the Kentucky Lottery's new bingo.
B7. Our next number. And
bingo.
38. We have a bingo.
I got a bingo.
I got a bingo. We have another winner.
Bingo. Me too. Bingo.
We have another winner.
I won 10,000 too.
Maybe it's because there are a lot of big winners in there. Kentucky Lottery Bingo. It's your game.
WYMT presents Championship Night Saturday at 7:15. Live action for the 14th region at Hazard, plus action highlights and scores from the 13th and 15th region. All the action, one place. WYMT, Saturday night at 7:15, sponsored by Southeast Marine and Corbin.
32 champions set to square off here at the Owain Rollins Center. Of course, Cumberland, the defending champ 1 year ago. They knocked off Georgetown College 2 seasons ago. It was Campbellsville who earned the trip to Kansas City. And there you take a look at Lou Cunningham. He is the dean of NAIA coaches in his 21st year. 268 wins in a long, long career, and they are arguably the hottest team in District 32 right now, having won 10 of 12 down the stretch. Vernon. Good crowd on hand here tonight as Cumberland gets set to take on Campbellsville. Of course, the Indians of Cumberland coming in with a record of 27-6, 9-5 in District 32. First of all, the starting lineup as you look at Cumberland coach Randy Vernon. For Campbellsville, Roy Booker, 5'8", 160-pound guard out of Bryan Station, will be at the point for Campbellsville. He's joined in the backcourt by number 20, Ramont Smith, 5'10", 160 out of Louisville Eastern. There's the big guy, Benji Kelly, 6'5", 180. He's out of Murray. Number 42, Michael Defoe. He's from London, England, by way of University Heights. He's 6'6" and 215. And then Sammy Watini, 6'9", 225 out of Nakara, Kenya. He's the big man in the middle, hitting 55% of his shots for the Campbellsville Tigers. And once again, their coach, Lou Cunningham. And now for the Cumberland College Indians, who have won 20 or more in 15 of the last 16 years. 5'10" junior guard from LaGrange, Kentucky, Doug Oak. He'll control things at the point. Here's the big man for Cumberland, though. He's only 6 feet tall, but he's the go-to guy. Brian Key, 6-foot junior out of Cincinnati. 6'1", out of forward. Bill Torrance out of Palatka, Florida. He's a senior, averaging 15 a contest. Alongside him is a senior from Bardstown, Kentucky, 6'5". Doug Johnson, he's hitting 56% of his shots. And the center, 6'7" senior from Wartburg, Tennessee, Shannon Thomas, number 50. He's averaging 9.7. And there you take a look at a more animated than normal Randy Vernon as his Cumberland College Tigers are set to take on Campbellsville. We'll be back with the opening tip from the Owain Rollins Center right after this.
As a young man from Floyd County, Dr. Robert Goodman understood the need for affordable dental care in the mountains.
We opened Allen Dental Center 12 years ago, primarily to offer affordable dentures.
Dentistry is more than fixing teeth. It's fixing smiles, soothing fears, and making friends. With our economy denture only $155 and our best denture just $185, we know we're accomplishing our goal. When you need dentures or partials, call us at Allen Dental Center. A smile can be affordable at Allen Dental Center.
Hey, Rex, when we grow up, let's be TV stars.
No, Dave, I thought we were going to be tracker boat dealers.
We can be both. Hi, I'm Dave Huff, and this is my friend. With over $1 million of Bass Tracker inventory, we have a boat to suit your needs.
Oh, that's right.
We might not be the greatest at making commercials,
but we can flat make you a good deal on a boat.
This is Kaywood Leonard. If you love basketball, you won't want to miss this year's Boys Sweet 16 tournament. It's the greatest show on earth, matching the state's top 16 teams from around the Bluegrass in a battle for number 1. The Sweet 16 will get underway at Rupp Arena in Lexington, March 17th through the 20th. Tickets are on sale now. Just call 606-233-3565 and catch all the action of the Sweet 16.
Cumberland and Campbellsville set to tip it off for the District 32 title. And Roland Weir-Willie, what do you expect tonight?
Well, I'll tell you what, it depends on who gets the thing going their way. Cumberland wants a half-court game where they can play that tough man-to-man defense. Campbellsville wants a full-court game where they can run up and down the floor and get that offense moving, using Benji Kelly as much as they can.
Campbellsville gets the ball first, and the Tigers are a perfect 3-0 against Cumberland in District 32 play. They go right inside to Watini.
Of course, Cumberland comes out in their tough man-to-man that they usually do.
Three-pointer on its way by Ramont Smith, no good. And there's Cumberland hitting the offensive glass.
And we see Campbellsville coming out in their man-to-man. Good pick out front.
Oak looking for the shot against Booker, thought about it.
He'll take it.
See a lot of man-to-man almost exclusively from both teams.
And I think you'll see a lot of that tonight, Dave.
Left wing, Oak gets the three-pointer.
I just said he'll take it. Very capable shooter. Setting up in there, it's pretty much a box, and there you'll see a lot of down screens out of Cumberland. Here they go for the down screens coming up. Middle cut. There's Kelly. See it. Puts it on the floor. He's excellent at that. He'll fake the three-pointer and put it on the floor.
Love to keep the ball in his hands.
Absolutely.
The Kelly jumper cuts the lead to 3-2 in favor of the homestanding Indians of Cumberland.
Now we have Cumberland also setting up in a box, and they get the down screens, and then coming up for the pick for Key.
Both teams applying a lot of pressure on the perimeter because all these guys, with the exception of just a couple, can really shoot the three.
Very capable, Dave.
Cumberland will use a lot of clock. They have here. It's down to 15, but a nice turn in the paint by Shannon Thomas.
Nice post move.
That's the first bucket for Thomas. We've played just about 2 minutes here at the O. Wayne Rollins Center. Dave Baker and Roland, we're really glad you're with us here for the NAIA District 32 Championship.
Little give and go there.
Smith got a good look off the screen, but the three wouldn't fall.
Dave, that's one thing Cumberland has to do. They have to rebound that basketball because of the size difference. Campbellsville, much bigger team.
So far, the tempo has been decidedly in Cumberland's favor. Key looking for the one-on-one move against Smith. It's not there. Now they'll swing it around and look for the low post.
Very nice give and go right there. Excellent. Excellent give and go. A little backdoor give and go.
And a nice job by Key of holding on to that ball and finishing the play. He has 5 of the Indians' 7.
Middle cut here for Benji Kelly coming up. Now he'll take that ball and go one-on-one. And there's an important basket for Waltini. He needs to get a quick start if he's going to play well.
6'9", 225 senior. He is out of Nakuru, Kenya. A former Campbellsville player saw him on a tour with the Kentucky Baptist team. And here comes the Campbellsville pressure.
Very good. Just a trap, half-court trap. Excellent double teaming the ball there.
Campbellsville does not do a lot of things fancy with that press. They just get after you.
That's right.
Ramont Smith to inbounds underneath his own basket.
Watch the screen across. He'll come across for Kelly. He's looking. But you see Torrance. He'll shadow him all night.
Torrance is the Indians' best defensive player, and he's by far got the toughest assignment.
See, they're trying to get Kelly open for that little jumper, and there it is, folks.
I'm telling you, Benji Kelly is a big-time player. He is shooting 57% from the field. He's a perfect 2 of 2 tonight, and he's got the Tigers back within 1. Look at Defoe put the pressure on. He's 6'6" out there on Oak. But they beat the pressure, and the 3 by Key rattles in and out.
Looking inside, I think he should have shot. He had the three-pointer, and he can shoot that.
If he's going to make that pass, you got to make it sooner.
Yes, sir, he does. He hesitated.
Johnson's shot won't fall, but there is Bill Torrance going to the floor, alternating possession. It'll stay with Cumberland. And we've had a pretty good first 5 minutes or so of basketball.
I think they're ready to play.
15:49 to go in this first half of play. Cumberland leads Campbellsville as these two battle for the right to go to the national tournament.
Beautiful hair at Pro Hair Family Hairstyle Centers. Pro Hair provides a team of the most experienced and reputable hairstylists in Eastern Kentucky, specializing in the science for hair treatment.
Pro Hair uses Nexus hair care products for all hair types.
Quality hair care for the entire family. Quality hair care at an affordable price. Professional stylist quality Nexus products.
Fun and fabulous hair. If you ever wanted beautiful hair, now you can have it.
WYMT presents Championship Night Saturday at 7:15. Live action for the 14th region at Hazard, plus action highlights and scores from the 13th and 15th region. All the action, one place, WYMT. Saturday night at 7:15, sponsored by Southeast Marine in Corbin.
Pikeville National Bank and Trust Company and WYMT present Sharing the American Dream with senior citizen announcements to Eastern Kentucky. Tune in Mondays at 6 p.m. during Mountain News for our segment called Sharing the American Dream, a rich, full life, something to celebrate. Anyone 75 years or older is eligible for birthday announcements, and couples married 50 years or more for anniversary announcements. Stop by Pikeville National Bank and Trust Company today and pick up your information forms or call or write WYMT.
Corbin Moore out of Moorhead. He's joined by Cynthiana's Doug Hampton and Lexington's Kenny Cox, and they're going to play a big factor in tonight's game, Roland.
Right, and they're three veteran officials. They're going to let them play, and I feel very comfortable with them in a game. Anytime I see them in the gym, I feel very comfortable.
Big game like this, championship, trip to the national tournament on the line. So far, no fouls and pretty good shooting. That time, Thomas couldn't get it to fall, and Campbellsville will take over.
But a nice post move, faked, came back, and, you know, a little strong, but an excellent post move, and he has those moves. So now we see Cumberland pick him up right there, trying to put that half-court pressure on him. See, coming off the screen low. Screen across, Watini coming across. He should power it in there, and he did.
Nice move, nice body control, and a good finish by Semi Watini.
But, you know, Dave, you know, I look here, and sometimes we coaches try to make the game too difficult. Here is just a cross screen, a low double screen, and he comes across, and we get a nice power move in, and that's basketball. Let's keep the game simple.
Watini misses the free throw, but Campbellsville, on the strength of that basket, takes its first lead at 8-7. There you see little Quincy Ward, the smallest man on this court. He's 5'6", junior college transfer out of South Bend. And he gets some help from Mr. Torrance, who hits the three.
He likes to bring Ward in to pick up the pace some, Dave.
He's doing that against Booker.
Now here comes Kelly with the ball again, gives it up. Now he'll screen, he'll come back off this screen. Watch. He'll come out, or the middle cut. They'll look for Kelly rolling up here. Oh, excellent. Look at that. That's where we talk.
Brian Key, team's leading scorer, doing it on the defensive end. Torrance keeps it alive. But look at the play there by Vermont Smith. He keeps it alive, and the foul call is going to go against Bill Torrance.
Yeah. Cumberland is noted for this kind of defense. They read it, they work on it tremendously during the practice time, and there it is. Missed the layup. He's a little off balance, but excellent defense. Read that thing and picked the fella.
That's the first foul against Torrance, second against the Indians. So far, no fouls whistled against the visiting Tigers. 10-8, Cumberland on top, 14-18 to play. Glad you've joined us. There's Watini in the box again.
Throw it out. He's got to get it out. There it is. Well, we got to look at that three-pointer. I don't think Ward will look at it, but the other fellas, Torrance and...
Defensive change, Anthony Arnold, number 35. There you see him in the paint trying to save that ball out of bounds. Can't do it. What a story this guy is. He's a 6'8" junior out of Winchester, Kentucky. He's one of those kids that had to work during high school. He worked at an auto parts store.
Didn't play high school basketball, and it's amazing how he's come along with just a 1 year of organized ball at Sue Bennett Junior College.
Couple of more, excuse me, Roland, couple of more subs coming in for Campbellsville. Steve Manning, number 25, checks in, 6'0", 165-pound junior out of Louisville.
Pure shooter. Manning's pure shooter.
And Dorico Irvin out of Taylor County in as well.
And we saw Brian Key coming off with a big rebound. That's why he's leading his team in rebounding. Good defense. Good half-court defense. Looking in, there's the screen coming off. That's a favorite play of Randy Vernon's Indians, where they have a double screen and the Torrance Key rolls up for the three-pointer. There's another steal by Cumberland.
Creating offense with defense.
There it is again. You'll see that. You'll see it throughout the night.
And he broke the rim.
It stuck a little. It's okay.
I think they're going to take a look at it to make sure that it got back up in that secure, locked position.
As we can see, Quincy Ward waiting at half court for put pressure on the guard.
Cumberland out to its biggest lead, 7 points.
Kick it inside for Waltini, and that's what they have to do. He blocked. But they're trying to take advantage of their height against Cumberland. They're kicking it in. It's going to be an inside-outside game.
Luke Cunningham doesn't want to let this game get away early. He's gone to the press early, and Cumberland beats it.
He sucked him in. Excellent play. That was a cold play.
And Campbellsville in bad need of a basket.
They're all over him.
Quincy Ward called for the reach-in, and it's been an impressive run by Cumberland, Roland, and it's happened since Roy Booker and Ramont Smith went out of the lineup.
Yeah. And it's the pressure. They're bringing that pressure up.
The big 7-footer comes into the game for Campbellsville. 52, Doug Turner out of Sikeston, Missouri. 7'0", 215 pounds.
Not a bad player. Played 1 year at the University of Alabama, Birmingham. There's that pressure.
And there they go to Turner. He got Anthony up in the air and didn't pull the trigger. Campbellsville having some success getting it into that post area.
That's what they need to do, right? They're 2 walks there, but that's what they need to do. And then that'll loosen up the perimeter some. Oh, push off.
Cumberland assistant Donnie Butcher didn't agree with the call, losing his jacket, but Randy Vernon said, yeah, that was a push off. That'll be the 2nd foul against Quincy Ward. The 4th against the Indians. So far, Campbellsville has not been whistled for a foul.
Now we're in a box set again, and they use that middle cut coming up, go down, and they bring it over. Watch, you'll look for the 3, and he looks to put it on the floor. There he goes.
2 guys take him. They swing it back around to the left side, and that is a long 3 by Terry Wright.
And that isn't luck. He is very, very capable of that.
Campbellsville has trailed by as many as 9. They're down now by 6. Inside a wide open Anthony.
Defensive mix-up there. Put an excellent skip pass deep. They're looking for Turner under.
And Roland, one thing that's happened since Campbellsville's been looking so much inside, they've forgotten about getting the ball to Benji Kelly.
I think so. But they have to use that inside. They got to kick it back out when they start converging in. There's Wright again. There. It's amazing. They can do it.
2 for 2 for Terry Wright, both from outside the 3-point stripe. Campbellsville has 2 threes. Cumberland has 3. It's 19-14, 11-10 to go.
Little pop-out move there. Throw it away.
There's an unforced error, one of the few mistakes that Mr. Key has made, and one of the few for the Indians, who lead it by 5 here in the championship of the NAIA District 32.
It's time for Hazard Furniture's annual Bobby Knight Throw One In sale. Now through Saturday, Hazard Furniture will be throwing something in with everything you buy. We've made a special purchase of lane action recliners, more than we've ever had before, hundreds to choose from. And with every lane action recliner you buy, we'll throw the matching recliner in absolutely free. And we'll be throwing in tremendous savings on every piece of furniture you buy, plus we'll throw something in free. Think of it, a free matching lane recliner, tremendous savings, and we'll throw something in free. That's Hazard Furniture, where we just love to give it away.
Over 40,000 children will be bitten by rodents this year alone. Pest Chaser repels mice, rats, fleas, and thousands say spiders and ants. Put ultrasonic protection to work for you. Exposing your family to dangerous chemicals, sprays, and traps? Pest Chaser's high-frequency sound is harmless to humans, dogs, and cats. Smart consumers protect their homes against rodents and pests with the environmentally safe, non-toxic Pest Chaser. Plug it in and it does all the work, delivering a barrage of sound waves which repel mice, rats, fleas, and other pests. pests. Perfect for any room, engineered and tested in the USA. Over 3 million pest chasers protect homes, schools, restaurants, and government facilities. Get the #1 rated pest chaser that is many times more powerful than competitive units for only $19.95 plus shipping and handling. There's no risk. If after 30 days you're not completely satisfied, you'll receive a full refund. Comes with a 3-year warranty. Pest Chaser is the original ultrasonic pest repeller that protects millions of homes and families. Call toll-free today.
Roland, Cumberland's been playing awfully well, and that's a great look right there from Key to Anthony.
Absolutely. That's why he's such a tremendous basketball player. He's not a selfish player. He gives it up and does it all. Now they're gonna try to set something up for Kelly. They got to get Kelly in the game more. There he is. No, that's right again. There's Kelly. See, that's his move. He shot it. Tried to steer the ball.
Shot again won't fall, and there's Anthony after the slam doing a good job against the 7-footer.
Good job of boxing out and going up and get the ball. Arm straight, extended his arms well.
Anthony again got a little confidence, and boy, he has played well the last few weeks.
He has played well. Big factor in their success lately.
Lamont Smith trying to create. Nice move on the pull-up J.
Defensive man never got set. He let him penetrate too far.
Campbellsville again comes with a full court pressure. All they'll do is try to trap, and that time a little too much pressure applied.
Nothing fancy about their press. Good man-to-man. They try to double team. They try to drive him to the sideline and double team.
Foul call goes against Derico Irvin. That is his first against the team. There you see Roy Booker checking back into the game, and he picks up Oak in the backcourt. Rebounding even though Campbellsville with the decided height advantage inside.
There's a double screen coming off for Roden.
Bo Roden, a young man out of Corbin who scored 42 in a state tournament a few years ago. He's been bothered by the flu the last couple of weeks, played only sparingly at Trancey, but he's in early tonight. And that shot in and out for Key. Right shot rejected by Doug Johnson. And Cumberland quickly into the front court. Now they'll set up the half-court offense.
Again, they're in their box and watch the screen downs and pop out. And screen across. Here he comes out. Screen across. Looking for Roden.
Key with the 3. Again, it's in and out.
He's rushed his last 2 shots, and he usually doesn't do that.
Looked like he got a pretty good look at that one, though.
First one he rushed, and that one I still think he didn't set himself like he can.
Cumberland expends an awful lot of energy on the defensive end, and that time you can see a little bit of the frustration setting in on the part of Kelly.
Yeah, he's really not in the flow right now, but you know what? Cumberland's defense has something to do with that too.
Benji Kelly went through a stretch in the middle of the season, late in the season rather, where he hit 30 or better in 6 straight games.
Yeah, I know. I saw one of those performances in Seabury Gym.
21-16 our score. There's
nice
the steal.
Yes.
Inside. Easy 2 by Defoe. That's the first bucket for the big 6'6", 215-pounder out of University Heights by way of London, England. Cumberland races the other way, and that time Anthony's called for steps. So the Campbellsville press causing 2 turnovers.
Nothing fancy again. Just a good,
Booker, Booker with a steal, and the easy finish by Defoe.
There's that typical middle cut for Kelly.
Nice job by Turner right there, able to seal off Anthony and get to the rim.
Yeah, he sure did. He took the little baseline move and put it up there.
So Campbellsville, who had trailed in this game by as many as 9, now back within a single point. And a foul called in the backcourt. It looks like they're going to hit Roy Booker for reaching in.
See, now right now, Campbellsville has Cumberland playing their game, where
A test of wills. Will it be the slow-down game of Cumberland, the up-tempo game of Campbellsville? Right now, we've got a good one brewing here in Cumberland. The Indians on top by 1.
From the Arctic, from Appalachia, from around the world, there is something for everyone at the Cumberland Museum, now open at Exit 11 off Interstate 75 in Williamsburg, Kentucky. The Hinkleman Life Science Museum, the Williams Cross Museum, the Appalachian Lifestyle Exhibit, the Appalachian Arts and Crafts Display. When traveling Interstate 75, stop and visit the Cumberland Museum at Exit 11. You'll be glad you did.
The Walter P. Walters Insurance Agency is a full-lines agency with experts in each field. Skip Moore specializes in coal and commercial insurance. With over 30 different dependable companies to choose from, Skip can provide you with the best coverage at a very competitive price. And all that from an A-rated insurance company. If it's time for renewal or you just think you're paying too much, call Skip Moore at the Walter P. Walters Agency. The call is free. WYMT-TV is proud of Mountain students and is committed to helping accomplish our educational goals by supporting and recognizing outstanding young people.
This week's Mountain Achiever is Billy Joe Hensley of Leslie County High School.
WYMT-TV, protecting our future by recognizing our greatest resources today.
The SEC tournament getting underway tomorrow at Rupp Arena. Alabama and South Carolina in the opener, followed by Georgia and Mississippi State. All the action, all 11 games, right here on WKYT and WYMT. The Cumberland home folks happy right now, but their team has seen a 9-point lead drift away to just a single point.
Good movement by Cumberland right now. That's what they need to get back. See, now they want that half-court game.
And Torrance into the paint, off the glass, and gets the deuce.
See, they had a little more patience that time, and that's their game. They've got to have more patience. They can't get it up and down the floor with Campbellsville, I don't believe, and be successful.
There's Defoe, the big man with a long three that just rims out. And again, Shannon Thomas, nice job on the boards.
I didn't think he would shoot that shot. But again, they have the green light to shoot it. Any of them do.
It looked good going up.
Yes, it did. Now they're going to be more patient. Good look inside.
And an important stretch for Cumberland right now. They want to maintain that lead, maybe even stretch it out while they give Brian Key a break. There's Torrance, his second straight bucket.
Dave, you see, they're much more patient after that timeout. And I'm sure Coach Vernon told him that. Put the ball on the floor, good move.
Again, it's Defoe, young man who's got some Division I experience. And that was a Division I move.
Yes, played at Tennessee State for a year and has come to Campbellsville.
This time, the Indians with no problem beating the pressure, and you can see that one coming. Bad move there by Shannon Thomas.
One coming, and Coach Vernon a little disappointed in that. He read that, and there's no question. He set, and I don't think Coach Vernon wants that done. He wants him to kick it out and go down there and post up.
Doesn't make any difference what level it is. You coaches seem to have a difficult time convincing these 6'6" guys that they're not point guards.
Absolutely. Everybody wants to be a guard, everybody wants to be a scorer, and everybody wants to be a shooter.
Right now, Defoe feels like he's got the hot hand, and that's another good move.
Yeah, very good move. Faked one way, came back. Nice soft touch.
Defoe with 2 straight baskets for Campbellsville. Torrance with 2 straight for Cumberland. Brian Key out for the Indians.
Now they're going to have a little more patience with the offense. Down screen. See, now they're standing a little bit. They have to get more movement on the offensive end.
Kick ball, they'll reset the shot clock at 45, and you see Anthony and Brian Key coming back into the lineup for Cumberland. Sammy Watini coming back into the lineup for Campbellsville. We talked about Torrance and his hot hand as he gets ready to trigger the ball inside. Roland, 7 for 7 from the field.
Here we go. Now watch. I think you'll have a set for Key. Will come up off the top of the circle right there. Now the screen across. There's a nice move. But that's what they want. They want a controlled game like that.
Inside to Watini.
Never
Didn't
was
get the
set.
basket, but he'll go to the line.
Never was set. He's got to post up and pick it up strong. You can see now he was never on balance, and he should have planted and gone straight up, but he never had his feet planted. As strong as he is, he could take about 2 or 3 guys with him.
Watini, a 55% shooter from the field, only 68% from the line, but he hit that one, and believe it or not, that's the first made free throw of the night. Make it 2.
Dave, Watini is probably one of the most improved players I've seen through 4 years of basketball.
Campbellsville with a 1-point lead now, and they try the run-out play again. This time Booker was there. He draws the foul against Key. That'll be the first against Key, the 7th against Cumberland. So the Tigers will now go to the free throw line to shoot the one in the bonus.
So this would be a good chance for Campbellsville to put the pressure right back on. I think they've had success with that pressure, and they're going to keep right after him.
Roy Booker, 5'8", out of Bryan Station, short-armed that one. Tried to get the rebound, but Cumberland controls. And Campbellsville still gets in the press off the missed free throw.
Yes, pressing much more than I thought they would.
They tried to play the half-court game early and got down by 9, and Luke Cunningham said if he got behind, he was going to that press. 26-25. Campbellsville on top. You saw the time as we run under 5 minutes.
Get that movement now. That's what they have to have. And there's a screen looking across. Very, very capable three-point shooter right there.
Cumberland
Torrance
with the hot hand in the form of Bill Torrance. He's perfect from the field.
He has really come on here late in the season, Dave. He's been a big factor in their success also lately.
Foul goes against Benji Kelly, his first, only 3rd against the Tigers. Cumberland with a fresh 45.
Started to make the move before he had the ball in his hands.
Pass may have been just a little too crisp. Anthony working hard trying to get position, but can't hold on.
Now we have a double low set down here. Here comes Smith up. Kelly's got to get more active.
And Booker hesitates to shoot that shot, but takes it off the fake. And here comes Key the other way.
There's your trap right in front of us here.
Long shot playing in and out by Quincy Ward, and both teams, after starting out really pretty hot from the field, have cooled off considerably here.
But Campbellsville's got the game going their way right now.
Defoe turns.
Excellent one-on-one move.
And hits again. Michael Defoe with 8 of Campbellsville's 28, and the Indians with their biggest lead. But Key splits the defense and will have a chance to complete the three-point play.
Dave, that's a set play. They roll him out. They fakes to the ball, and they roll Key out, and that's the second time they have done that. Watch, see, he fakes to the ball, rolls him out, and a perfect pass to him. And of course, he was in the motion of shooting, and he gets the free throw also.
Just amazing to me that Defoe was able to get back, because he's the guy who's supposed to be on the point of the press.
That's right.
Foul goes against Defoe. That's his first. And Key, who averages 17 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, 4 assists, completes the three-point play. We've got our first tie of the night, 28-28. It's been a good first half of basketball, and there's more to come here from Cumberland.
Meet Dr. Paul Fuller, a professor of history at Transylvania University. He does research, writes books, attends conferences, and gives speeches. All that helps him remain a leader in his field. But as with all faculty members at Transy, his primary responsibility is teaching. At Transylvania, you'll study under professors such as Paul Fuller, not just in your junior or senior year, but from your first day on campus. That's just one reason Transylvania has earned a national reputation for excellence. Transylvania University, a great learning experience.
It's a great week of savings at our family of stores. Food Lion by Henry. PIC-PAC, and SAV-MORE. This week you'll find Kraft Miracle Whip salad dressing in a 32-ounce jar, $1.49. Hudson cream flour, 25-pound bag, $3.99. Pepsi and Pepsi products, 2-liter bottle, 89 cents. And Lux Pinto beans in the 15-ounce can, 3 cans, just 99 cents. It's great savings this week at our family of stores.
There's a wish coming true. 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 Could be your wish tonight.
Of course, every Sunday you can hear it from the coach, The Rick Pitino Show with Ralph Hacker and Rob Bromley this Sunday at 11:30 a.m. right here on WKYT and WIMT as the Cats are getting ready to start SEC tournament play. Pretty good shooting here from both of the teams here tonight. Cumberland and Campbellsville. The Tigers 12 of 19 from the field for 63%. Cumberland 12 of 20 for 60%. We're all even at 28 here late in the first half of play. Dave Baker and Roland Weir-Willie, glad you've joined us.
Cumberland just trying to take Campbellsville out of their offense with that good man-to-man, tough man-to-man defense.
Watini trying to create some space, but Arnold doing a nice job down on the low post defense. Kelly has been quiet for a long time in his first half.
There's another steal. That's the third one. Dave, Torrance is doing a tremendous job on him, and then they had a good switch out here. And watch him. He won't let him have the basketball. If it is, it's out of his shooting. There it is. He's got him frustrated a little bit.
Cumberland really taking some chances. It's paying off as they shoot the passing lanes. Nice dish to Reynolds. Great assist from Troy Vaughn.
That's what basketball is about right there.
Randy Vernon said his club was an unselfish team, and they've shown it the last 2 trips. Again, it's a steal by Vaughn.
Half-court defense. That was a push-off.
Oh, bumped out of frustration more than anything else by Roy Booker.
But here, look at very, very unselfish. Watch this, very unselfish play. I would say that comes from a drill. You know, we use a lot of 11-man drills, and that's I love to see that.
Troy Vaughn, the 6'5" junior, making that dish. And Campbellsville, a team that had to create some turnovers. They've created 7, but Cumberland created 6 of their own. Arnold got another good look at the basket, but couldn't get it to fall. Cumberland just really doing it with defense, and for people that have seen Randy Vernon's teams year in and year out, that should be no surprise.
That is no surprise. I've seen it for many years, and they do a great job of half-court defense. Now, they can come out at full court, but they most certainly would rather play you man-to-man half-court.
There you take a look at Randy Vernon. Highest number of wins for any active coach in the NAIA, averaging almost 26 wins a season. And there you see
Dave, that's the United States of America NAIA schools.
Oh, yeah. That is the highest winning percentage nationally among active coaches. Manning
and that's over 400 schools.
Manning commits the foul. His second, he goes out. And now Cumberland will go to the line for the first time in the bonus situation. Doug Oak, the 5'10" junior out of LaGrange, who played at Oldham County, looking for his 6th point. From a Campbellsville standpoint, the Tigers have had about 4 rough trips here late in this first half, but they're only down by 4.
They're very much in a basketball game, and if they can...
that time they go down and try to get a basket from Watini, and it won't fall. It looks like on that low post defense that Arnold is just pushing him a little bit out of his comfort zone.
He doesn't. He's going to let him have the ball, and then he's going to push him out from the block area. And that's what they need to do. and keep pressure on him once he gets out there.
We've reached the 1 minute mark here in this first half of play. Torrance is perfect from the field, almost
Another
lost
good
it.
pass.
And Arnold with a nice catch. He'll go to the line. That's got to be a new fad in basketball. Everybody wears these mouthpieces now, and they hang out more than they're in.
Well, you know, it's either wristbands or mouthpieces or short socks or long pants. You got to have something, Dave.
Biker shorts or something. Of course, neither one of these teams wearing real baggy shorts like we've seen in a lot of places.
We have them.
And again, both teams, surprisingly, they've shot so well from the field, struggling from the free throw line. Time Arnold gets the second for his 7th point. And it's a 5-point lead. Campbellsville can't hold for the last shot. Matter of fact, they probably put it up a little quicker than Luke Cunningham would like.
Yes, I think so. And I'll tell you what else. Cumberland has taken away Campbellsville's fast break offense, where the sideline fast break and then trying to dump it in or taking the three-point. Done an excellent job taking that out of their offense.
Foul goes against Vaughn, and there you see Terry Wright, who'll step to the free throw line for 2. Been a long time since Campbellsville put a point up on the board, and they still can't get one to fall.
Well, we had that timeout with 2:07 to go, and they have not scored since that timeout.
Second free throw is there.
And here we have that good man-to-man pressure from Campbellsville. There it was. See, the pressure got him.
Double dribble is the call, and now Campbellsville can hold for the last shot. The shot clock is off with just 43 seconds remaining in this first 20 minutes of play.
I don't think Coach Vernon wanted Arnold to be dribbling that basketball.
Turner's in there now at the pivot spot. You got to believe they want to get the ball in Benji Kelly's hands.
They're trying, but Torrance is not letting him have the basketball. Every middle cut, he's denying him the ball. He's trying to keep that ball out of his hands, and that's what he's doing.
Boy, Bill Torrance is playing some great denial defense.
Excellent.
Smith forces one. Turner with the rebound. And again, Campbellsville goes to the line.
Foul on number 42, Troy Vaughn, his second personal foul.
And plus, that'll give them a chance to get back in that press, too.
Vaughn coming over trying to help on the defense.
Good rebound. Power move up and comes over his back.
So we get a look at Randy Vernon, whose team has played well. And there you take a look at 7-foot Doug Turner. He's out of Sikeston, Missouri, a high school called Nobbs Naster High School. His dad and former UK coach Joe B. Hall, big fishing buddies.
Oh, I didn't know that. Good.
That's how Campbellsville got on him. Joe B. made the trip down here tonight to watch the game, and he's seen a good first half of basketball.
He has. Good action. There's our pressure again.
Arnold gives it up. Nice unselfish play to Vaughn.
They shot the opposite floater in and did a good job. It looks like Key's a high jumper too. He's not a good basketball player. He's a high jumper. He just went over the scorer's table over there.
Now, not only did he knock that ball out of bounds, but he goes over the scorer's table and he was able to leap and not knock over the computer. No place to go, but Irvin dishes it back to Turner. And he's called for steps. 2 seconds left. Still time for Cumberland to get a shot at the basket, and they've had success with a run out so far.
Yeah, there he goes. There goes Key.
There goes Oak.
What do you say?
Not a bad toss and not a bad first half of basketball. Cumberland and Campbellsville battling for the right to go to the NAIA National Tournament. The Indians lead at 35-30 as the two teams head to the locker room for the half. Campus of Cumberland College in Williamsburg, Kentucky, where the homestanding Cumberland Indians lead Campbellsville 35-30. The winner moving on to the NAIA's national tournament out in Kansas City. And Roland Ware, Willie, this is a lot easier than coaching, isn't it?
I don't know about that. I'm excited about this game, and I'm excited about doing this. And I think we've seen a good half of basketball, Dave.
What we've seen, I think, is that we talked at the top of the show about this being a test of wills, and I think what we've seen is Cumberland has done it with defense. They have forced Campbellsville into a lot of turnovers.
They have, and again, and not full court defense, but it's half court, which they're known for. But I was surprised that Campbellsville gave Cumberland as much trouble with their full court pressure. You know, they had some turnovers. It's really been a game of streaks. Campbellsville's had their streaks, Cumberland's had their streaks, and Cumberland had the last one with 2 minutes to go. They outscored them, I think, 7-2. So I think one of the big keys was that the job that Torrance has done on Benji Kelly. He's denied him the basketball. One of their favorite moves is to bring Kelly up out of the middle. We call it a middle cut, and get him where he can take it one-on-one. And Florence has absolutely denied him the basketball. And then, of course, the transition game, I thought, you know, it's 35-30. The lower the score, the better chance that Cumberland has to win. The higher the score, the better chance Campbellsville has to win.
You know, you talked about the two guys we talked about at the top of the show, Key for Cumberland and Kelly for Campbellsville. Kelly with only 4 points at the half. Key's got 10. That's pretty much your difference.
That's exactly right. And then, you know, Wright came in and did a good job for Campbellsville. Torrance has had a good half. And then, you know, both teams, you know, Campbellsville has done a good job trying to kick that ball inside to their bigger people. You know, they outsize Cumberland, and I think Cumberland has done a good job on the boards in not letting them have the second shots.
The Tigers were down by 9. They led by as many as 3. Now they trail by 5 at the half, 35-30. More here in just a moment from Cumberland College right after this.
The mountains hold a special feeling for everyone in eastern Kentucky, home to Union College since 1879. As the first college in the Kentucky mountains, Union is committed to bringing quality higher education to an intimate setting. Union's 30 majors and 9 pre-professional programs offer students a variety of programs, and a 13-to-1 student-faculty ratio gives Union students the individualized attention they deserve. The value and quality of education are the hallmarks of Union's close ties with the people of Appalachia. Union is proud to call eastern Kentucky its home.
The Kentucky Lottery Pick 3 is here, and it's more exciting than ever. Just decide the amount you wish to play. 50 cents, $1, $2, $3, $4, or $5. Give the retailer your single-digit number from 0 to 9, or ask for a quick pick and have your numbers randomly selected for you. Choose your type of play with 5 new exciting wagers. Watch the live drawings Monday through Sunday right here on WYMT during 57 Mountain News at 11, and catch the winners.
The price of lumber and building material have gone to the moon, but you can still save at FS Van Hoosen Company Big Spring Sale with down-to-earth prices. Like pre-cut studs, premium spruce, $1.99, fiberglass shingles, all colors, $15.87 square, 7/16 wafer board, $9.98, 1/2 inch CDX plywood at $10.98, 6-foot wood hinge patio door, $333.33. Friends, because of the low prices, we reserve the right to limit quantities. The sale runs from March the 13th through the 20th at FS Van Hoosen Company.
Rise to the challenge. Answer the call of adventure. The Navy Adventure. It's a challenge of a lifetime. It's high-tech training for an exciting job field. It's the opportunity to be your best while building a meaningful career and helping your country. It's a chance to travel around the world and see places most people only read about. It's pride in knowing you're doing your best in a job that really matters. That's what the Navy Adventure is all about. And if you're ready for the challenge of a lifetime, then you're ready for the U.S. Navy. Contact your local Navy recruiter for more information. Remember, it's your Navy.
A state that certainly loves its basketball. The SEC tournament starting tomorrow afternoon at Rupp Arena. You can see all the action live right here on WKYT and WYMT. Alabama and South Carolina in the opener, followed by Georgia and Mississippi State. Then in tomorrow night's action, it's Florida and Ole Miss. And what may well be the best first-round game of the tournament, Auburn, who may be playing the best basketball in the conference right now, taking on Tennessee. And Head coach Wade Houston has gotten that contract extension, and this will be the last go-round for Sun Allen, so that should be an outstanding game. Of course, on Friday, we started off again at 1 o'clock. Vandy, who won the SEC East, they take on the Bama South Carolina winner, followed by Georgia, the Mississippi State champ, taking on Arkansas. And that is certainly no easy task there. Night session on Friday night. LSU meets the Florida Ole Miss winner. And in Kentucky, takes on the winner of that game between Auburn and Tennessee. That one at 9:30. Of course, the semifinals come your way Saturday at 1 and 3. And then the SEC championship game Sunday afternoon. It should be a great week of basketball around the state, and rolling a good crowd here tonight, despite the fact that we've got things like the SEC tournament going on. We've got boys and girls high school regional action. Truly a state that loves its basketball.
I think so, and this is small college basketball at its best. And you know, a lot of people say, well, you know, it doesn't make that much difference. You know, it's small college, but Dave, this game means very much to these coaches and these teams, and small college basketball is very strong in the state of Kentucky. You know, at one time we had 4 teams in the top 25 in the nation. In our District 32, when you have Georgetown, Transylvania, Cumberland, Campbellsville, hopefully Berea someday again, and it is a tremendous small college basketball district. And again, the 21 years I've been here, it's probably the strongest from top to bottom that I've seen all year. We didn't have a dominant team, but from top to bottom, it was very equal.
Folks at Georgetown hoping for an at-large bid into that NAIA national tournament. What do you think the chances are?
I think they're good because of how they've won in the past out there. You know, they went to the Final Four. Every time they've gone out there, they've represented our district very well. And Jim Reed is well known in the circles, in the NAIA circles, and does a great job. And they have a good basketball team. But I think the odds are very much in favor of Georgetown. Georgetown and the winner of this game being in the national tournament again.
Those at-large bids will come out tomorrow afternoon about 1 o'clock. Georgetown hoping for the at-large bid, but tonight either Cumberland or Campbellsville will get the automatic bid by virtue of winning the NAIA District 32 championship.
From the Arctic, from Appalachia, from around the world, there is something for everyone at the Cumberland Museum, now open at Exit 11 off Interstate 75 in Williamsburg, Kentucky. The Hinkleman Life Science Museum, the Williams Cross Museum, the Appalachian Lifestyle Exhibit, the Appalachian Arts and Crafts Display. When traveling Interstate 75, stop and visit the Cumberland Museum at Exit 11. You'll be glad you did.
This is Kaywood Leonard. If you love basketball, you won't want to miss this year's Boys Sweet 16 tournament. It's the greatest show on earth, matching the state's top 16 teams from around the Bluegrass in a battle for number 1. The Sweet 16 will get underway at Rupp Arena in Lexington, March 17th through the 20th. Tickets are on sale now. Just call 606-233-3565 and catch all the action of the Sweet 16.
Wake up, Eastern Kentucky. CBS This Morning and Mountain News This Morning is making more time for you. More time for local news, area weather, and sports. For more of what's going on in your neighborhood and around the world.
News, more weather, more sports.
Join Harry Smith, Paul Lazan, Sean Lay, and Marty Leach for CBS This Morning and Mountain News This Morning. The only morning team that gives you more weekdays beginning at 6:30 a.m. on your mountain television. It's breakfast for your head.
WYMT presents Championship Night Saturday at 7:15. Live action for the 14th region at Hazard, plus action highlights and scores from the 13th and 15th region. All the action, one place, WYMT. Saturday night at 7:15, sponsored by Southeast Marine in Corbin.
Cumberland College back on the court, taking warm-ups before the start of this second half. Campbellsville has not yet emerged from the halftime talk by Coach Lou Cunningham. Let's take a look at the first half numbers. And Roland, the first thing that we'll see is the fact that both these teams shoot the ball pretty well.
Right. You know, Campbellsville is hitting 55% and Cumberland 63%, and against pretty good pressure defense.
Cumberland 3 of 8 from outside that three-point stripe. Campbellsville 2 of 6. Free throw shooting has not been what either coach would like, and the rebounding numbers about as we anticipated. The one thing that has stood out in this first half, Roland, turnovers and steals.
Right, you know, you have 11 turnovers for Campbellsville, 10 for Cumberland, but Dave, that is a credit to the defense of both teams.
Take a look at the leading scorers. Brian Key having an outstanding first half, along with Anthony Arnold and Bill Torrance. Michael Defoe leading the way for Campbellsville with 8. Terry Wright with 7. And the disturbing thing for Lou Cunningham has to be the fact that the name of Benji Kelly is not on that list of leading scorers. He only has 4. We'll be back with more second half action, the second half tip-off, and more to come here from the NAIA District 32 Championship as Cumberland takes on Campbellsville right after this.
I heard Ford Taurus is the best-selling car in America. I looked at other cars, but I stared at Taurus. Taurus was the first to offer anti-lock brakes and dual airbags. That's important to me.
Right now, you can save $1,200 on the #1 selling car in America, the Ford Taurus, loaded with all these options.
No wonder Taurus wins so many awards.
See your best quality Ford dealer now.
See Crum Motors in Inez, Lane Brothers Ford, Iville, Brown's Auto Sales, Paintsville, Bruce Walters Ford, Pikeville, McGuire Ford, Jackson and West Liberty, and Mountain Ford.
You are invited to the grand opening of Tackett Furniture's newest location. It's Tackett Furniture's Superstore in the former L.A. Joe building of the Y in Martin, Kentucky. Come see the largest furniture showroom display in eastern Kentucky. And during the grand opening, purchase any bedroom suite, get full-size mattress and spring set free. Purchase any GE appliance, get a 1-year extended warranty free. You'll receive a free gift with every major purchase. Plus, you'll discover the prices are super during the grand opening of the all-new Tackett Furniture Superstore.
For the first time, Mountain Sports is hitting double overtime. Each Friday, you can catch highlights of all the sports action from the mountains on Sports Overtime at 11:20. But if you can make it back from...
If you wondered why everybody's getting into the Kentucky Lottery's new bingo.
B7. Our next number. And bingo. We have a bingo.
I got a bingo.
I got a bingo. We have another winner. Bingo.
Me too. Bingo.
We have another winner.
I won 10,000 too.
Maybe it's because there are a lot of big winners in there. Kentucky Lottery Bingo. It's your game.
Dave Baker and Roland Weirwillie back at Berea College, at Cumberland College, Berea College.
Thank you.
You're the guy at Berea College. Your president will like that, won't you? Roland, the head coach of Berea. We're here as Cumberland and Campbellsville get set to tip it off in the second half. There's our timeout coordinator, Roland, who just happens to be doing a fine job here with the KIAC.
Larry Boucher, our commissioner of the KIAC, does an excellent job. One of the most organized people I've ever met, of course, is assistant commissioner of the Kentucky High School Athletic Association.
And word has it that a lot of coaches especially were overjoyed when Larry took over as commissioner and got out of the officiating ranks.
No comment.
Campbellsville with the ball to start it off here.
We got a smile out of that.
35-30. Tigers trailing it. They go back with their starting lineup. Smith, Kelly, Booker, Watini, and Defoe.
There's almost a steal.
Big jumper that time by Ramont Smith. He got off to an early start in the first half. And now a little bit of a discrepancy. Kenny Cox called it a 2-point basket, but Marvin Moore, right in front of us, had a better angle. He came in and said it was, in fact, 3.
As you can see, we come back both in the tough man-to-man half-court defenses.
Cumberland with Shannon Thomas, Doug Johnson on the court, along with Hope.
Excellent backdoor.
And Key, who misses his first shot of the second half. Bill Torrance, of course, the other man in the lineup for the Indians. Smith dish to Watini.
You saw the good penetration, which Smith is very, very good at. Loves to penetrate and kick it off and hit Watini with a little dump pass, and he took it up strong.
Second tie of the night. Campbellsville comes out of the locker room. They must have gotten the A speech from Lou Cunningham.
I think so. He's capable of doing that.
They've scored 5 straight. And now the Tigers really extending the pressure defensively.
Yes, they are.
They get the steal. But an excellent play to get back by Bill Torrance.
He read it. And that's why he's called the best defensive player on their team.
That time he got a screen from Johnson, decided not to take the shot.
They have to have a little better movement.
They clear it out for him. He had nowhere to go. Nice defense by Watini, and the turnover gives it back to the Tigers.
But see, Dave, on something like that, there was no movement. He tried to take it one-on-one and force it, and of course there was a turnover.
Defoe at the high post now gives it back to Booker, who'll set the offense.
Now we got down screens, and here comes Kelly back up.
They've got to find a way, I would think, to get him some shots. Watini pushed underneath that time by Shannon Thomas, who picks up his third foul. First of the second half against the Indians.
Again, a good pass low, and he powers into the basket.
And maybe that's the difference between Watini playing at this level and maybe a bigger level, is being able to finish that play.
You know, I've talked to Lou many times, and he does not have the real good hands. He's improved them quite a bit, but still, he was not made with real good hands.
Young man who came to this country from Nakuru, Kenya.
Played no organized basketball over there.
Campbellsville comes out in the first 2 minutes of this second half. They put together a 7-0 run, and they're back on top by 2. Cumberland looking for its first bucket of the second half. They go inside to Arnold.
Skip pass over,
and that's the first miss of the night for Bill Torrance. Big momentum shift here early in the second half in favor of the Tigers. Booker out top. Now Campbellsville inside. There's Watini again. And they're just creating some space right now, and they can't handle him right now, Roland.
Yeah, I'll tell you why. That's open for Watini. Now you watch. They bring Kelly out. They bring Kelly up. And then that opens him up more on the block because they've got to honor Kelly high.
Watini back to the line. Misses that one. They called that foul on Oak coming down to help. Second against the Indians.
Let's see if we have full court pressure. He makes this.
In and out. 2 good-looking shots, but neither would fall. And Campbellsville drops back into the half-court defense.
Little give and go right there. Little back door. Excellent move. He faked. He came up. Fake coming out. Went back door. Had a good pass. Got fouled. Here it is right there. Nice execution of backdoor play.
Kelly just got hung out there on the overplay. Second foul against Kelly. First this half against Campbellsville. And after 2 minutes and 49 seconds of play in this second half, Cumberland finally gets a point. Bill Torrance hits 2 from the free throw line. Once again, we're all tied at 37. Kelly couldn't handle it. Nice pass from Arnold inside to Johnson.
Excellent pass for a big man. He saw him. I didn't know if he saw him. He had good peripheral vision there and kicked it under the basket.
All these big guys that we see for both teams, they've got pretty good hands with the exception of Watini. They can all run the floor well. Defoe goes to the ground but gets back up. Campbellsville's got to be awfully frustrated. They can't get it to Kelly. And so Defoe looks to pick up the slack.
But he got that shot because they had good offensive movement. They had good movement out of their offense, good motion.
Cumberland looking to answer. Both teams creating a lot of offense with their defense. Doug Hampton calling a timeout out top. Looked like Bill Torrance took some kind of shot. He was limping a little bit as he went off the court. He now heads to the Cumberland bench. Just making sure that everybody got checked in over there on the side. It'll be Bo Roden, the 6'5" sophomore out of Corbin, who inbounds the ball. He takes over for Torrance. Johnson at the high post. Good defense by Defoe.
Yes, it was. They were looking for a little high-low. Very capable of three-point shoot. Rested just a little bit. He's very capable from there.
Good outside shooter. Didn't look like he got a full 5 fingers into that.
That's right. Didn't get set. Rested a little bit. There's Kelly with the basketball now. Now Roden. See, Roden's doing a good job on him.
Boy, he's really frustrated.
Yeah, he's pressing a little bit now.
Johnson tries to break the tie and can't. Campbellsville will run the other way. But Cumberland back quickly with a transition.
Now they have to get themselves set now. They're a much better team if once they get set. And here we go. Down screens. He's coming up. They're looking for Watini's posting down there.
Key comes out and stops Smith from taking the 3.
Set a little pick, and then Kelly tried to get open after the screen and was not there.
One thing it looks like is not happening is they're not trying to set a lot of screens for Kelly as Watini misses inside.
I think Kelly's making the same move up the middle every time. I think if he fakes that middle cut and comes off maybe a little more baseline, he might get open some.
This one has turned into a defensive struggle, low-scoring affair. Roden launches another 3. That time he did get set.
He did. Yes, makes all the difference in the world, Dave. And he's a very confident shooter.
Only the 2nd field goal for Cumberland this half. It puts the Indians up by 3.
Now he's going to take, puts it on the floor here. He's going up. Nice shot.
That was a big basket for Campbellsville and a big basket for Benji Kelly personally.
I think so too.
Young man averaging 22.8. He's only got 6 on the night. His team trails by 1. Key, 3. Johnson with another offensive rebound, but couldn't get the stick back.
He's known for that excellent penetration, but where was the defensive person? They let him penetrate too far, and once he gets past the free throw line, it's too late.
Offense is pretty, but defense is effort, and we're certainly seeing that here tonight. Cumberland on top of Campbellsville, 42-41. Back with more right after this.
In the market for a new truck? Visit Brewer Chevrolet Oldsmobile in Campton and drive away in a new truck today. Brewer's has them all. Small trucks, big trucks, work trucks, and pleasure trucks right now at right prices. And for those who want the best in a sport utility vehicle, check out the new Bravadas at Brewer's. To make the Bravada more attractive, we're offering a $1,500 rebate. That's Brewer Chevrolet Oldsmobile in Campton, where a new truck is only a heartbeat away.
The law. It protects you and provides monetary damages if you've been hurt or injured. I'm Greg Stumbo, an attorney with the offices of Stumbo, Bolin, and Barber, and we've created an Eastern Kentucky law firm to represent you here in the mountains. Our attorneys have nearly 100 years of combined experience before the courts of our area. If you've been injured on the job, hurt in an automobile accident, or think you may have been the victim of medical malpractice, call our toll-free number for a free consultation. Our fees are contingent upon winning your case. We're Eastern Kentuckians, dedicated to protecting your rights close to home.
WYMT presents Championship Night Saturday at 7:15. Live action for the 14th region at Hazard, plus action highlights and scores from the 13th and 15th region. All the action, one place, WYMT. Saturday night at 7:15, sponsored by Southeast Marine in Corbin.
The Cats taking on the winner of Auburn and Tennessee in quarterfinal round play at the SEC tournament down at Rupp Arena. You can see all the games in the SEC tournament, including the Cats, Friday night at 9:30 right here on WKYT and WYMT. Right now, Cumberland on top of Campbellsville, 42-41. NAI District 32 Championship. The winner off to Kansas City in the NAI National Tournament. Both teams usually shoot a little better than that from outside that stripe, Roland.
Yes, they do. And I keep repeating, the defense has something to do with that.
Both teams really expending the effort.
Yes.
There's more of that defense. Torrance with a steal. Oak controls.
Actually, Campbellsville is playing much, much stronger man-to-man defense half court, and I thought they would.
Again, the motion offense. That time, Oak and Thomas got tangled.
And you have Torrance back in the game, so he'll be back on Kelly.
Key works
Nice,
the baseline, but stepped on it. And another turnover caused by good defense at the other end.
Yes. But a very, very good, quick first step.
Lou Cunningham, the dean of NAI District 32 coaches, calling the play.
I'm the dean.
Are you the dean?
We're tied.
You're the co-deans.
There he is. If he gets loose, they let him go loose now and get turned on, Benji Kelly could be a factor, the factor in the game.
Kind of getting uncorked a little bit. His second bucket here in the second half. He's got 8 on the night. Campbellsville goes back on top by 1.
The back door. Not there, so they're going to reset now, and that's what they have to do. Coming off the double on the block.
Turnover goes back to Campbellsville, and Luke Cunningham has gone with a smaller lineup here, Roland. He's got Defoe and Watini on the bench, and he's come with Terry Wright at the small forward. You see Watini looked like he had a little cut on his knee.
And of course, you know, if there's blood, they have to have that taped right now or bandaged.
It doesn't look like Cunningham's in a real rush to get him back in there.
Well, you know, Wright came in the first half and hit a couple good shots, so he's not in any hurry to bring him back out.
Campbellsville looking to add to a 1-point lead.
Down screen for Wright, and then we have a pick on the side.
Pick didn't get there.
No.
And that time Troy Vaughn is called for the foul. That'll be his third.
You know, both teams use pretty much the same offense. We call it the box or double low, and they screen down and pop out and screen across and have the good motion offense.
Outstanding defense here in this NAI District 32 championship game. Only 1 point separates Cumberland and Campbellsville with 11:37 to go.
At least 3 medical schools believe I have what it takes to become a doctor. With the help of Pikeville College's Excellent Science program, I did really well on the graduate exams required for medical school admission. Majoring in a pre-professional program at Pikeville College can change your life. It changed mine.
Share the experience. Experience the sharing. Pikeville College, 432-9200.
There's been a lot of car buying action around here lately, and we got to stay in shape to get the job done. To be number one, we need teamwork, and Ford's got the Fabulous 5 to get the job done. And what's the game plan?
Taurus, #1 selling car in America.
Escort's America's #1 selling small car. F-150, the #1 selling vehicle in America.
Ranger, the best-selling small truck in America. Explorer, best in class.
All right, remember, give them the vehicle they want, pass on the savings, and make Freedom Ford America's team.
The price of lumber and building material have gone to the moon, but you can still save at FS Van Hoosen Company big spring sale with down-to-earth prices. Like pre-cut studs, premium spruce, $1.99, fiberglass shingles, all colors, $15.87 square, 7/16 wafer board, $9.98, 1/2 inch CDX plywood at $10.98, 6-foot wood hinge patio door, $333.33. Friends, because of the low prices, we reserve the right to limit quantities. The sale runs from March the 13th through the 20th at FS Van Hoosen Company.
There's Wright, no place to go. Good help side defense.
But see, they never set, Dave. They never set in an offense. One guy tried to take it one-on-one than the other guy, and I know Coach Vernon doesn't want that. He wants that offense set up, and that's where they've gotten their high percentage shots.
And you really hate to do that coming out of a timeout.
Yes, sir. That's exactly right.
Indians come the other way. Torrance.
He had time to set. It was a good shot.
Arnold's putback won't fall.
Yeah.
And Kenny Cox with the whistle underneath. Ramont Smith called for backing in to Troy Vaughn. Now Lou Cunningham doesn't like the way things have been going on the board, so he brings in his version of the Twin Towers.
And, you know, they've gotten their rest, and they you know, still have the lead. So that was a good substitution right there. Letting those guys rest a few minutes.
Watini at 6'9", Defoe at 6'6". Each have 10 points to lead the Tigers.
That's what you call the back move, where the guy comes off the screen and they got the basket out. That's a set offensive play. I want to say Coach Vernon got that from me.
Anthony Arnold with his first bucket of the second half. He's got 9.
Now they're going to set their play, and they're going to have a little more patience. You watch. Screen up high, looking to get him loose, and he can do it.
Boy, as frustrated as he was about 5 minutes ago, it looks like he's just playing with a ton more confidence right now.
But, you know, it's all a set thing. You know, he got the good screen. He came off it. He can come off on the dribble and go straight up and square up and hit the basket.
Kelly now with 10 as Campbellsville goes back out on top. Key looked like he got hit. Misses the 3.
That's what Watini has to do.
Roy Booker works against Doug Oak. They tried to get Kelly on the back door, but it wasn't there. Again, good defense, as it's been all night, by Bill Torrance. Smith gets it batted away. And both teams battling for the loose ball. Cumberland keeps possession.
You know, Day, I have seen not just good hands. Reach in, he got all ball. But what I've seen here in the last minute or so, both teams are not quite as effective in their tough man. I mean, I think just a little bit tired. And I think you'll see that here in a few minutes. And then the last 5 minutes of the game, they'll get that adrenaline going and get more pressure again. But not quite as much good man-to-man pressure.
So both teams trying to get it down to that 5-minute mark for the last push.
Now they're set, come up.
A fresh Derico Irvin back in, pressuring Oak. There's Defoe with the pressure.
Yeah, good hands, and Luke Cunningham considers him his best defensive player, and he showed it right there.
Irvin works it around to Smith. Now Smith has it back. Thought about the 3. Kelly
That's what that young man can do right there.
And he has come alive at crunch time. 8 of his 12 here after the break. Campbellsville matches its biggest lead at 3. As you mentioned, the guys that they were getting over. The feet would have moved earlier in this ball game, and they would have gotten in position, but not now.
The offensive man had to step, and he reached in, tried to hold him, and he was caught doing it.
Kelly picks up his 3rd foul. Troy Vaughn and Shannon Thomas for Cumberland each have 3. They are the only players in any sort of foul trouble. They try to set play off the inbounds, but Doug Johnson whistled for the illegal screen.
He was a moving screen. He was moving and brought his arms up.
Johnson's 2nd, 4th against the Indians. We're down to the 8:27 mark. Campbellsville on top of Cumberland, 47-44. Defoe, nice look into Watini. And guess who? This time it won't fall.
Cumberland on the run.
And Oak with a rare shot. And that was...
I'm not sure of the call. You, Dave? You know?
I'm like Randy Vernon. I thought I heard a whistle. When Doug Oak drove to the basket, I thought that I heard a whistle and thought that Kenny Cox had whistled a foul. But there was apparently a whistle from the crowd. Cox said,
that's unfortunate.
No whistle.
That's an unfortunate thing right there.
So there was no whistle. Campbellsville gets the ball, and they have it with a 3-point lead. Wright with a long three, hand in his face.
I'm sure Coach Cunningham didn't want that shot taken right then.
He stands up along the sideline and raises two hands as to what was that. And now he'll have a chance to talk about it as we've got a timeout. 7:39 to go. Campbellsville on top of Cumberland by 3.
Only one adult cereal could be this much fun to eat. Basic for a colorful mix of lightly toasted flakes, sweet and tangy fruits, and crunchy nuts. Splash on cold milk and you get something tasty from each of the 4 food groups. Basic for the adult cereal. With a taste that never grew up.
Must be the new guy.
Fluid in a child's ears is painless and hard to detect. Fluid can cause a child to pronounce his words incorrectly. It can cause balance problems or cause the child to have a short attention span in school. Hi, I'm Bob Manning with the Eastern Kentucky Speech and Hearing Clinic. If your child sits too close to the TV, if they ask you to repeat, if they snore at night or have a croupy cough, you should have your child's hearing checked. Consult your family doctor or call us at 886-3773. You never know what your child is missing.
This is Kaywood Leonard. If you love basketball, you won't want to miss this year's Boys Sweet 16 tournament. It's the greatest show on earth, matching the state's top 16 teams from around the Bluegrass in a battle for #1. The Sweet 16 will get underway at Rupp Arena in Lexington, March 17th through the 20th. Tickets are on sale now. Just call 606-233-3565 and catch all the action of the Sweet.
And back at Cumberland College, Campbellsville on top of the Indians, 47-44. 7:39 to go in what has become a defensive struggle here in the second half.
Sure has. And again, you'll see a play. It'll come across to Torrance. I think they were trying to go to Torrance for the good shot. Now they reset. They should reset.
We've talked about the defensive job that Torrance has done on Benji Kelly, but what about the job that's been done on Brian Key here in the second half? He had 10 in the first stanza, scoreless so far. Arnold tried to get the baseline jumper, but it wouldn't fall. And Campbellsville with a chance to extend that lead to 5. Kelly, now that he's hit a couple of shots, really becoming much more active, and that was a tough jumper.
Tough, a poor angle, and he just squared up and hit nothing but the bottom.
Kelly with 10 of his 14. Campbellsville with its biggest lead at 5.
The worst thing Cumberland can do now is get in a hurry. They have to have patience, and I know Randy Vernon's team have that. They can't get in a hurry and take some poor percentage shots.
Ramont Smith checks back into the Campbellsville lineup, replacing Terry Wright. And there you take a look at Randy Vernon. There have been 18 District 32 title games. Cumberland has been in 12 of them. They've got a record of 8-4. And they trail now by 5 with 6:22 to go. Key still scoreless here in the second half. And every time that happens, I would think the shot starts to get a little tighter at the Cumberland end.
I think so. Key didn't shoot with real confidence right there. Kind of pulling a string just a little, but still plenty of time left.
Cumberland now really sagging into the post on the defensive end. It's almost like they're playing 5-on-4. They're going to give Roy Booker that shot.
Yes, they're going to let him shoot it. He's a penetrator. His job's to penetrate and kick it out to the three-point or to the high percentage shot. There's an excellent feed to Bottini.
And they say that Oak got it cleanly. Possession will go back to Campbellsville, but only 9 seconds on the shot clock.
That was good play by Oak. It was a good save. Now here's your penetration going into the basket. He feeds it off, and Oak gets the all ball. That's good. That's good block.
5 on the shot clock, and that's a big, big basket by Michael Defoe. His first of the second half. Campbellsville now on top by 7.
Yep.
And Randy Byrne wants to talk it over. 51-44. Campbellsville looking to continue its Cinderella ride through the District 32. They lead it by 7.
From the Arctic, from Appalachia, from around the world, there is something for everyone at the Cumberland Museum, now open at Exit 11 off Interstate 75 in Williamsburg, Kentucky. The Hinkleman Life Science Museum, the Williams Cross Museum, the Appalachian Lifestyle Exhibit, the Appalachian Arts and Crafts Display. When traveling Interstate 75, stop and visit the Cumberland Museum at Exit 11. You'll be glad you did.
Some folks make a lot more work of gardening than they have to. They don't know about the Troy-Bilt rototiller and how easily it busts sod, prepares beautiful seed beds, cultivates, even power composts crop residues. So come on down to your Troy-Bilt dealer. There's a tiller for every size garden. And best of all, they're on sale. Learn how you can put more joy in your garden.
Visit Frazier's Farmer Supply today in Whitesburg.
There's a wish coming true. 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 Could be your wish tonight.
The last 2 teams to represent District 32 at the NAIA National Tournament hooked up in a good one here tonight at Cumberland College. The Indians, they're the defending champs. They trail 1991 champ Campbellsville by 7, 51-44, 5:26 to play.
They're going to have a set play. I think they're going to have Key come up off the double pick here. Here he comes across, looking for him. There, he got it.
But Smith with a great defensive save to Kelly.
You can see why. Excellent move. Took it strong to the basket, looking for the foul. No one touched him and drove it up there. Nice power move.
Benji Kelly with a good finish, but a great start on the steal by Smith. Cumberland with a quick shot.
That's what they can't do, Dave. Everything's going Campbellsville's way now.
And Randy Vernon has to make a decision here shortly about whether or not to turn up the pressure.
I think so, and I thought maybe he would do it after that timeout. I thought he would come after him harder in the full court, but he didn't. I think he's going to have to now.
Campbellsville, a team that likes the up-tempo, now in a position to use some clock.
But at the same time, I don't think Lou wants to take that momentum away from him. I think he's going to still give him the green light when that shot is there.
Wow, and you want to talk about confidence in a guy. You got a guy like Benji Kelly, and at this point in the game that could send you to the national tournament, you cleared out for Defoe.
Now watch this. Goes up very strong, and he's not only a good shooter, he has a good quickness for the 6'5", 6'6" kid, and took it strong. They're going to try to eat a little more clock up, but I hope they can't get tentative if they want to win the basketball game. And of course, Coach Vernon has to have his team out there and putting good pressure on. It's a walk.
Bottini with a big step.
It's a walk, yes. No question about that.
That last foul was whistled against number 50, Shannon Thomas. That's his 4th.
Now, Cumberland has to just show poise here, use their offense, and get you a good shot. Plenty of time.
They've tried to go to Key on several occasions.
And he squared up, and there it is. See?
That time they finally get it. 3:48 to go in this game. Brian Key gets his first basket of the second half. It's a key one that pulls his team back within 6.
Now, I think at the same time, I'm going to say again, Campbellsville can't come down here and get too tentative. They got to play their game. And there's an offensive foul. Boy, big turnover there. Oh, he took that left hand and pushed off.
And not only does it give the ball back to Cumberland, but that's the 4th foul against Benji Kelly with 3:34 to go. Luke Cunningham, I think, is going to try to get him out of there.
Well, and if he doesn't, Randy will take that ball right to him. I know that.
Well, and that's what Luke Cunningham does. He brings in Terry Wright. The question is, with 3:34 to go, how long can you wait?
I'd say he's going to just let him settle down for a minute. I'd say a minute. I don't think any longer than that. There's good penetration and kick out. There's a shooter.
With the 3.
It's amazing, Dave, what that three-point shot can do.
All of a sudden, Cumberland has cut a 9-point lead down to just 3.
An absolute momentum swing. And we have an injury.
Quincy Ward twisted an ankle. He wants to get out of there in a hurry. Nice job of stop and play. They get him out of there so they don't have to burn a timeout. And Quincy Ward in some pain.
Well, we had our streaks in the first half, and then we had a couple, not as many in the second half, and now Campbellsville had things going their way, made a couple of mistakes, and of course, Cumberland comes down and hits 2 big three-pointers.
Both teams have led by as many as 9 points. Cumberland on a 6-0 run.
The one thing about it, we've never seen any zone tonight. We've seen all straight man-to-man.
No gimmicks, just mono e mono.
That's exactly right.
And watch Cumberland now. They're really double teaming down on Watini. Booker tries to penetrate and dish it back. But the steal is there, and now Cumberland with the ball and a chance to tie it up with 2:30 to go. Foul is going to be called against Terry Wright.
I couldn't tell. Is it a 3-shot?
The Cumberland bench certainly thought so. They call it
on the floor. On the floor.
There you take a look at the foul as Wright tried to get through the screen.
Yes.
Only the 5th against Campbellsville.
Now, I said 1 minute, about a minute, and you see Benji Kelly right back in the basketball game. He just can't keep him out. And Torrance looks... Now they have to have patience again.
Kelly guarding Roden, a 3-point shooter. There's Ramont Smith on Torrance.
They're not organized right now. They never got organized.
Not organized, but look at the hustle.
Yes. Oh, boy.
And that's what basketball at this level is all about. Doug Oak and Roy Booker both going hard into the scorer's table.
Yes, sir.
Roy
but
Booker,
they were out of sync. They've got to get back in sync, use their screens, you get your good shot.
And you know the interesting thing about that, Roland, they talk so much about having interchangeable parts on this team. That last possession, they didn't have Key in there.
That's right.
Both guys laying it out into the table. Boy, Booker just avoided the corner. Oak twisted an ankle, but both are still on the court.
15 on the 45-second clock.
Key tries to create off the dribble. They're
Campbellsville doing an excellent job defensively. Called a time. That's a good call. 5 seconds on the clock.
Cumberland's second timeout. There you see Randy Vernon talking it over with assistant coach Donnie Butcher.
You know, Dave, I said they didn't get in sync, but now, right now, Campbellsville has something to do with them not getting in sync. Excellent pressure again. But we said there was a little lull in the defense there for a while. Now it's come back in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Now we got that great defensive pressure again.
And Roland, this is one of those situations that coaches aren't oftentimes in. These days in basketball, you normally don't take it in from the side, but Cumberland will be inbounding from the side right in front of their own bench. And even though Campbellsville is a team that doesn't switch defenses often, this would seem like it'd be a great time with just 5 on the shot clock.
I don't think so. I think they'll come right back in their man. I don't think they want to switch anything now. They're going to put good pressure so they can't get a good high percentage three-point shot, and I think you'll see the good pressure again. Now you got to watch the back door. They're going to set something up here. I would say they're going to roll. I would say they're going to roll somebody up for a three-point shot here.
Cumberland trailing by 3 in this game, but they have stayed in this contest because of nothing but defensive intensity. Rolling 13 steals in this one.
Well, that's typical defense from them.
Cumberland has not had a lot of close games down the stretch. The last game that they had that was decided by 5 points or less was a 70-68 win at Campbellsville on February 23rd.
And that was overtime on the last second layup.
Key took it the length of the court. Key took it the length of the court to get the win for Cumberland that night. Now they trail by 3.
Key's just going to take it one-on-one. Watch. Yes. And he's fouled. That's good shit. What they did, Dave, they just spread the floor. They did exactly what Coach Vernon wanted. They spread the floor, wanted him to take it one-on-one.
What were you saying earlier in this game about keeping it simple?
That's right.
Watini rotating over, but a little late, and Key doing a nice job of taking it to the rack and not being intimidated.
David, they scored 7 straight points. I believe they have. Yep. I believe Cumberland scored 7 straight.
Second one by Key is there. Folks, we got a 1-point game with just 1:40 to go.
Dave, this is when the mouths get dry and you just, any play now can be a big factor, defensive or offensive. Kelly was posting up. That's the first time I've seen him do that. I think Lou called that in the timeout. They're posting Benji Kelly up, and he was called, let's see, I guess it was Torrance called for holding him. But that was a good play. See, they've been running him, popping out in the middle cut all night, and then they posted him up.
Both teams now with 6 fouls each. Next foul from either team, and we go to the line for the bonus. They look for Kelly off the inbounds, and look at the defense by O.
Yes.
Just a great job on the double team, kept him from getting the shot off.
Just some patience now.
And what Kelly can't do is get impatient with the ball. Shot wouldn't fall. Watini had it and lost it. And Kelly kicks it back out. They'll give Roy Booker that shot all day, but he says, no, sir. I don't know that he's taking a shot tonight. He's 0 for 1 from the free throw line.
I think that's right. But his job is to get that ball to those other people, and he understands his role.
There you see the time on the game clock. Shot clock down to 25. And that time, miscommunication between Booker and Watini.
Yes. Try to go deep to Watini.
Cumberland down 1. It doesn't look like Randy Vernon will stop the clock, but it will be stopped because of a foul on Roy Booker.
That puts him on the line, doesn't it? Bonus?
Yep.
Puts Oak on the line. Excellent free throw shooter.
I'm sure that's not what Lou Cunningham wanted, but in reality, that's not a bad play because Campbellsville, unless something happens freaky at the free throw line, will get it back for the last possession.
Now, he tripped. All he had to do, he had a chance.
And so Lou Cunningham will now play the percentages. He'll take his first time out and give Doug Oak a few minutes to think about this one in the bonus.
Are we on?
Cumberland has burned 2 timeouts.
I think to start this, I think Coach Vernon's going to spread the floor to start out. And then they're going to set down, and you watch a double screen coming up for Key. I think Key will take the last shot. And I think he'll take it, give enough time, so if he misses, they still have time to get the rebound for an offensive rebound.
Of course, coming up Sunday on the Rick Pitino Show, the Kentucky coach will be talking about SEC tournament action. Join Ralph Hacker and Rob Bromley, 11:30 Sunday morning, right here on WKYT and WYMT TV. 35 seconds to go. Both teams now in the bonus. Doug Oak will be going to the free throw line. Now the question is, Cumberland hasn't come with pressure all night, and I guess after the free throws, they're just going to drop back into the man-to-man.
Oh yeah, I think so. And they'll pick them up the 10-second line and just force them. Don't let them have that good high percentage shot.
Campbellsville still has 2 timeouts left. It looks to me, from what's going on in that huddle over there, that Lou Cunningham might be setting up his last play. Coaches have different philosophies about whether or not they have the ball, whether or not they want to take the timeout and set the play or play on.
I think, David, it'll depend on what the score is, what happens. You know, of course, if Oak would miss the free throw, then they don't want to call a timeout. They want to eat some clock up. If he makes one, then I think there might be a timeout. If he makes both, I'm almost sure there'll be a timeout. So it all depends on what the score is up there.
Cunningham going with both of his big men. Watini is in there at 6'9", Defoe at 6'6", along with Benji Kelly. Terry Wright is now in there.
Dave, the season comes down to 35 seconds, buddy.
Along with Vermont Smith. Roy Booker, who distributes the ball, is on the bench, giving Campbellsville some extra firepower, but it's all on Doug Oak. And his first shot is no good, rebounded by Doug Johnson.
Now they want it. They'll get set. Now he wants them set. Here comes Key. He wants that ball in Key's hand. Watch. Key or Torrance. See, he's going to try to take. He's going to spread a little bit. He still wants that ball in Key. I still think he might take a timeout. See,
now he does. I tell you, you called that just like a coach, my man.
Oh, boy. I tell you, I know they're sweating. I'm sweating.
19 seconds to go. That is 15 seconds, rather. That's the final timeout by Cumberland. Both teams, remember, in the bonus. And the last time that Cumberland came out of a timeout like this, Roland, they just cleared it out for Key.
It could be, and I'll tell you, one of the Cumberland's favorite plays is they send Key through. He comes off of a double screen. He either has a green light to shoot the three or he takes it one-on-one. I want to see if that happens. Or they might spread it and let him take it.
Little different situation here right now, and probably one of the things that Randy Vernon and Donnie Butcher were talking about. Do you want to come out and take the last shot, down one on your home court? Do you want to come out and shoot quickly, and if you miss, foul, and still have an opportunity to get another possession?
Well, you said the word quickly. You don't ever want to shoot quickly. I think you're going to set, and you're going to have, you know, you only have 15 seconds. So you're going to set something up, and when that option comes open, you got to take it no matter what time is up there. Now, if you have a couple seconds left, you still have a chance for the rebound, or you have a chance to foul and get the basketball back. So, but you don't have time. You start thinking too much now, you better just flow into what you're going to do, get your good shot, and hope for the best.
This whole scenario started just a few seconds ago. Doug Oak at the free throw line with a 1 in bonus missed, but the big rebound by Doug Johnson to save the possession for Cumberland.
But the big thing is they don't need a three-pointer. They just need a two-pointer or free throws up there. But I still think Torrance or Key will shoot the ball.
Torrance trying to inbounds it. Cumberland does not have a timeout left, but they get it to Key, and now they set the play.
There he comes up. Here he comes off that screen. He's going to take it. He's got to take it in there, and that's what he's going to do. And he did.
Brian Key with 2 seconds left. Sticks the jumper. Goes up over top of the big man, and Cumberland leads it 54-53.
Dave, that might be the best call I made all year. What did I tell you? Take it. He came out off that screen. He takes it one-on-one. You know, he wasn't set, but he hit the shot. But he did. He came off that screen, took it one-on-one, and again, I finally made a good call. And
pretty good defense in there by Defoe, who got an arm up in his face without making contact.
He got his hand up, made him change his shot, and didn't foul him. That's all you can do, of course. And if he misses that, Defoe has the rebound. But there's still 2 seconds left.
2 seconds to go. Cumberland not far away from a trip to Kansas City in a national tournament.
Dave, I think Cumberland will come out and have a token man-to-man. I don't think they'll drop back, but I think they'll token the pressure, just to eat some clock up. But and I think they'll cover the basketball, so they can't throw it the distance. They have to adjust the pass.
Campbellsville with 1 timeout remaining. And, of course, what's going to happen, we've had this debated in this state a lot over the last year, ever since that Duke game, whether or not you guard that ball out of bounds or not.
Well, I'm one that I always have. I think it changes the way the person has to throw it in. And if he can run of course, he can run the baseline, and I'd put my biggest man on where he has to throw it high, and that gives you a better opportunity to steal the basketball. You don't want to catch it. You want to just flip it out.
I think what it does from a numbers standpoint as well is it helps the defense. If you're throwing the ball and you don't guard the basketball, then you've got a chance for one of 4 guys to catch it. If you've got a man guarding the ball, they'll normally try to come down and pick, and you've only got possibly 3 guys that can catch it.
That's right. That's exactly right.
So Randy Vernon has made his decision. It looks like they'll pick up.
He's going to let him. No, let's see now.
He's not going to guard the ball.
No, he is not. He's going to let him. He's going to let him. See, he's still telling him to come up. He's got.
You've got to believe Cumberland is going to double team Kelly. The pass goes into the front court, and it's over.
Great game.
Cumberland College successfully defends its NAIA District 32 championship as Brian Key's jumper with 2 seconds to go sends the Indians to Kansas City. That's Quincy Ward up in the crowd. His Indians are sky high. They're headed back to the national tournament.